Dear friends, today on June 26th, we celebrate the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. It is observed all around the world. The theme of this year's International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking is Share Facts on Drugs and Save Lives. It emphasizes the importance of strengthening the evidence base and raising public awareness so that the international community, governments, civil society, families and youth can make informed decisions, better target efforts to prevent and treat drug use and tackle world drug challenges. Let us have a bird's eye view of this menace in the world. Around 275 million people used drugs worldwide in the last year, while over 36 million people suffered from drug use disorders. According to 2021 World Drug Report released by the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crimes, the report further noted that the last 24 years, cannabis potency has increased by as much as 4 times in parts of the world, even as the percentage of adolescents who perceive the drug as harmful fell by as much as 40%, despite evidence that cannabis use is associated with a variety of health and other harms, especially among regular long-term users. Moreover, most countries have reported a rise in the use of cannabis during the pandemic. In surveys of health professionals across 77 countries, 42% asserted that cannabis use has increased. A rise in the non-medical use of pharmaceutical drugs has also been observed in the same period. Between 2010 and 2019, the number of people using drugs increased by 20%, owing in part to global population growth. Based on demographic changes alone, current projection against an 11% rise in the number of people who use drugs globally by 2010 and a marked increase of 40% in Africa due to its rapidly growing and young population. According to the latest global estimates, about 5.5% of the population aged between 15 and 64 years have used drugs at least once in the past year, while 36.3 million people, or 13% of the total number of persons who use drugs, suffer from drug use disorders. Drug abuse is a pervasive phenomenon and is a negative trend of the society. India is no way far from this vicious circle of illicit substance abuse. The excessive use of both illicit and licit substances cause public health hazards, euphoria, stress, anxiety, depression. These are some of the outcomes of excessive drug use. A survey in India had reported that 2/5 of addicts came in conflict with the law. Almost 3/4 of the addicts were unable to work at their workplaces, and addicted students could not attend to their studies. Initially, the Arab merchants arrived in India and introduced with the opium drug that was used as a medicine or cure for diseases that later on people started consuming on addiction. Prevention is one of the ways in which drug abuse can be dealt with. In fact, it is one affliction that can be easily prevented according to medical experts and practitioners. Prevention programs involving entities such as families, schools, and the immediate communities are important in this regard. Media, especially the entertainment segment, also needs to understand its role in this context and play a positive role by resisting the urge to earn millions by romanticizing and glorifying drug abuse. It needs to highlight the damning consequences of drug abuse. It is important that the youth are made to feel that drug usage itself is harmful in every conceivable way, and only then will they stop using them and prevent others in their peer group from doing the same. Yes, friends, let us say a big no to drugs and say a big yes to life, a healthy life. Have a nice day to you all.